You know, I gotta be honest, I ended up enjoying this movie way more than I expected. Yeah, if those of you who missed my trailer reaction, I basically did not know how this movie was even going to turn out. But honestly, after seeing this film, I'm glad it turned out the way it did. I loved the movie. Didn't love everything about it, but I did love it overall as a whole. I thought it was exactly what I wanted it to be, a fun time nonetheless. First, let me talk about the performances in the movie. Man, I got to give credit where credit is due. Tom Holland as Nathan Drake, my boy killed it. He was definitely a good Nathan Drake, and I love the beginning of the film where, oh yeah, spoilers too if you haven't seen the film already, just letting you know. But in the beginning of the film, they even showed you a little bit of a brief flashback of him and his brother, which I was not expecting from Uncharted 4. And I like how that was how that was done. You know, you can definitely tell that they really tried in this, and I'm really glad to say that. You know, but Tom Holland, he was great as Nathan Drake. I guess once you get past the fact that, you know, he really looks nothing like Nathan Drake, I guess you can really appreciate him in the movie. At least I did, at least. I mean, he got the Nathan Drake mannerisms down pat for me. He was funny, sort of like how Nathan Drake is in the games. But Mark Wahlberg as Sully, nah, he wasn't Sully to me, man. I'm sorry. I tried really hard to tell myself that is definitely Sully. It's not. I mean, that was Mark Wahlberg being Mark Wahlberg in this movie, like everybody else said. And yeah, it's true. He just wasn't a good Sully to me. But I will admit, I did like the chemistry between him and Tom Holland. It definitely worked. But man, I do think he could have did a little bit more to really kind of bring out Sully, you know, because like I said, I thought Tom Holland did just enough to be Nathan Drake. But man, Mark Wahlberg, nah, man. But the one character who I actually was impressed by was the chick who played Chloe. Now, I don't know her name. You can tell me in the comments, you know, what her name is in the movie. I forgot the actress' name, but she was actually pretty good as Chloe. And I do think they definitely got sort of how Chloe's mannerisms from the games work in the movie down packed. But one character in this film who I thought was done pretty oddly was Antonio Banderas as sort of the villain. And again, spoilers, by the way. There's a lot of betrayal in this movie, and which makes sense. I mean, there was a lot of betrayal in the video games, but I wasn't really a big fan of how they did Antonio Banderas' character, especially sort of in the midway through the third act. Something happens. One of the side villains kind of does something, and now I don't even know who this chick even is. I can't remember what her name was. Honestly, I thought that was Nadine Ross for a second. I was glad to find out it wasn't Nadine. It was a different chick. I don't even know her name, but I wasn't really feeling her all that much. And I really wish that they had stuck with Antonio Banderas' kind of character, because he was decent. You know, he was definitely the typical, you know, oh, you know, I'm just going to be the big baddie of the film kind of guy. He wasn't really like amazing or anything, but I was feeling him. I think he definitely kind of worked with the vibe of the movie. But what they did to his character, I felt was kind of odd, and I don't know. I have to watch the movie again. Maybe it'll grow on me, but I wasn't the biggest fan of how they handled his character. But overall, the performances in this film I thought were done very well. But man, let's talk about the set pieces, because the final act, boy, the final act, y'all know what I'm talking about, that involved the two pirate ships battling each other. That was amazing. Honestly, I think that was worth the price ticket alone, okay? I love the final act. I mean, I think that's easily the best thing about the movie, and probably the most Uncharted thing about the movie. And yeah, I kind of wish it wasn't in the trailer, the final trailer at least, but honestly, I still loved it. And yeah, I even enjoyed the scenes where they were inside the sewers and the caves trying to find out the mystery and all that. I thought that was pretty Uncharted-like. Overall, I was smiling throughout the movie. I was definitely pleased with how they handled this movie. And honestly, I'm looking forward to a sequel for this. I mean, I really am. And if you stay, I think if you guys had stayed for the post-credit scene, you'll see a returning character who I was surprised to see make a return. And yeah, I definitely am excited for Uncharted 2 if they do make one in the future. I know they will, because this movie exceeded box office expectations, which I'm glad, by the way. But yeah, man, overall, a very, very good movie. Definitely was true to the video game. It's definitely up there with Tomb Raider, in my honest opinion. Definitely thought it was a great film. And yeah, definitely was. I've noticed we've been getting a lot of pretty good video game adaptations lately. I mean, the Mortal Kombat movie was good, Tomb Raider was good. Now we're getting a Sonic the Hedgehog 2 movie in a couple weeks, which I know is going to be good. And now we're supposed to be getting a BioShock Netflix adaptation, which is going to be interesting. We're even getting a Call of Duty movie, which I don't really know why, but that'll be interesting to see. So yeah, man, video game adaptation movies, man, they coming up, boy, they coming up. But yeah, man, those are overall my thoughts for the movie. Definitely give it a 4 out of 5. And yeah, that's pretty much my thoughts. SM, I'm out. Peace.